Hey, what's up, everybody? Evangelist Nick Garrett channel, Truth First Christianity in a Post-Christian Country, separating the objective and factual about the Christian faith from the subjective and traditional for the benefit of our faith walks. Oh, boy. So as you know, we talk a lot about Nephilim, giants, the things that are in the Bible. And to me, this is an important subject because there's so much truth surrounding it, and it's rarely taught today. Every once in a while, we come across a story, though, that isn't accurate, and it has to be debunked. And I always get a lot of dislikes when I do this because these are things we want to believe and we want to be true, especially when they come from very respected sources. Let me tell you what I'm getting at. Back in 2016, a story surfaced that the U.S. military in Afghanistan had killed a giant, 12 feet tall, 1,100 pounds, 6 fingers on each hand, 6 toes on each foot. One soldier was apparently maimed, injured, and or killed during this process. Marzulli later came out on his channel with a testimony from an alleged military contractor who verified this story. It was shipped on a plane, and it goes from there. However, there's a lot of holes in this story, and there's a lot of problems with it. Now, if you don't know who L.A. Marzulli is, let me plug him first. He's put out several DVDs on the Watcher series. His whole thing is talking about how the Nephilim are among us today, the continuation from the scriptural stories through the present, that they are still in this cosmic chess match with God. That part of it certainly might be true enough. However, I want to share with you a few things I found regarding this giant in Kandahar, Afghanistan. First of all, information is conflicting. You have one story that says 12 feet tall, 1,100 pounds. You then get another article that says 10 feet tall, 900 pounds. You don't get any type of paperwork from the military, not that you probably would for such a thing, that verifies that this occurred. You get a lot of hearsay, a lot of eyewitness testimony that does not corroborate. I want to read to you something very briefly. If the Army's statement isn't sufficient, the only service member with the first name Dan or Daniel who died in Kandahar in 2002 was killed, along with 3 others, in an accident involving the clearing and disposal of explosives, not fighting a giant. There are no incidents on the Department of Defense press release page in which all military casualties were listed involving a giant. Likewise, there are no reports of an entire patrol disappearing in Afghanistan. Marzulli's video about the alleged giant incident, replete with growling animation, can be seen on various social media platforms. Again, I don't want to demean the guy's work because he's done such great work. And imagine from his perspective, he does, in fact, one of the things he's done that's turned out to be invaluable to this subject of research is working with Brian Forrester in Peru and South America on getting actual DNA testing done on these elongated skulls. Proving that they were not the result of head binding or anything like that, but that they were, in fact, an early species of humans that had elongated skulls. This is one of those stories we want to believe because it has mystery. The troops go up to the cave and they smell this horrible odor coming from it, and one of them goes in to check and doesn't come out. It sounds sci-fi. The giant jumps out of the cave and has a long Nephilim spear, and he's just wreaking havoc on this entire group, and they're calling, "Get us out of here, get us out of here." But it's just entertainment. There's nothing to it that's substantial. Now, to shift gears slightly, are there instances in the modern world of Nephilim among us? And I assert that yes, there are, but not from the sources that L.A. Marzulli provides. First, we have to create a distinction. Not all giants are Nephilim. Some Nephilim are not giants at all. In fact, The subject of alien abduction is fascinating on a number of fronts. First of all, data suggests again and again and again and again that victims of alien abduction, regular everyday people who have no dog in a fight, who have no interest in getting their name in the papers, anything like that, they all claim that when they call out the name of Jesus Christ, the visitation stops immediately. They end up back in their bed. The evidence clearly continues to point to the fact that whatever these particular gray aliens are, that they are more like to demons than they are some type of advanced being. That makes sense when you look at what the Bible has to say about the Nephilim and the sons of the Nephilim, right? The remnants. They were chained in bondage until the day of judgment, and they were released for a certain time. Now, that being said, they are disembodied. They are spirits. They need bodies to operate. So sometimes these abductions are designed to see and study human DNA to find ways to give themselves bodies or to use bodies. It is believed that this is where largely possession comes from, because these entities are disembodied. It's a fascinating subject, but I have to be honest with you. This whole deal on the giant of Kandahar, hoax. Take it easy on me. Feel free to look it up yourself. However, I will warn you, when you look it up, you'll find article after article that has a date but no author. That's another thing that indicates that there's something up with this. Now, in closing, what else is going on? We got a lot of new videos coming out. I am finishing up editing on my new book in the Just Tell Me the Truth About Christianity series. Just Tell Me the Truth About the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. If you go to amazon.com/author/nicholasdgarrett, you can purchase Just Tell Me the Truth About the Crusades, Just Tell Me the Truth About the Early Church Councils, Just Tell Me the Truth About the Future of Christianity. You can also buy my nonfiction history book on the first Washington family immigrant to America, John Washington, which is available on Amazon. And if you were to happen to visit George Washington's birthplace, you would see it on the shelf there. I'm very proud of these books. This is how I put food on the table for my children. So if you are so compelled, please again visit amazon.com/author/nicholasdgarrett and pick up one of my books for sale today. You can also follow me over on BitChute, Twitter, Facebook, at Evangelist Nick G, and we can keep all these discussions going over there. I want to thank you for your time, for your subscription, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Thanks.